An NGO website guide 2. Chapter 1. Philanthropy websites. A philanthropy website guide in 16 categories at cali.org/society/philanthropy. Subcategories: cheer and support, child welfare, disaster relief and recovery, homeless, hunger relief, international UNAL aid and development, medical relief, refugees, cause-related shopping, free donations, gifts in kind, grants, social enterprise, volunteering, financial planning for philanthropy, organizations. Related categories: kids and teens, people and society, voluntary NG and service, community service. Kids and teens, people and society, voluntary NG and service, teens. Recreation, scouting, philanthropy. Society issues, fraud, charities. Society organizations directory S. Society organizations, non-profit resources. Society people requesting help. Philanthropy websites at Cali. Philanthropy.org, Center for the Study of Philanthropy, follows trends in international, multicultural, and women's philanthropy, features electronic conference information, research tools, programs, and publications. Philanthropy.com, the chronicle of philanthropy news source for charity leaders, fundraisers, grant makers, and others involved in philanthropic enterprises. HowStuffWorks.com %2 Philanthropy.htm. Evertrust.org, Evergreen Charitable Trust exists to help build charitable endowments through life insurance policies. Includes various plans, FAQs, glossary, example transactions, and contact information. FidelityCharitable.org, Fidelity Charitable. Offers 2 charitable giving programs, a donor-advised fund, and a pooled income fund, providing immediate tax benefits and the flexibility to support any IRS-qualified U.S. public charity. HowStuffWorks.com/philanthropy.htm, How Philanthropy Works. ISTAR.org, International Society for Third Sector Research, ISTR, promotes research and education in the philanthropy, civil society, and non-profit sectors. Includes membership information, affinity groups, conferences, and publications. JCFNewYork.org, Jewish Communal Fund, provides donors the opportunity to simplify their charitable giving and maximize tax savings through the use of donor-advised funds. JustGiving.com, Just Giving connects people with charities and causes. Provides a searchable nonprofit database, ways to give, donor info, inspiring stories and quotes, newsletter, and nonprofit resources. Maradhanmoney.org, More Than Money, an organization that helps wealthy people learn to use their resources to create a better world. Features a quarterly journal, membership information, events, discussions, coaching groups, and an online store. NCFP.org, National Center for Family Philanthropy. NCRP.org, National Committee for Responsive Philanthropy. NetworkForGood.com, Network for Good. NPTrust.org, National Philanthropic Trust. Philanthropy.org, Center for the Study of Philanthropy, follows trends in international, multicultural, and women's philanthropy, features electronic conference information, research tools, programs, and publications. PhilanthropyRoundtable.org, Philanthropy Roundtable. PhilanthropyWomen.org, Philanthropy Women. ResourceGeneration.org, Resource Generation. SchwabCharitable.org, Schwab Charitable. TheGuardian.com/money/charitable-giving, The Guardian, Charitable Giving. TPI.org, The Philanthropic Initiative. TPW.org, The Philanthropy Workshop. TiroPriceCharitable.org, The T. Rowe Price Program for Charitable Giving. VanguardCharitable.org, Vanguard Charitable Endowment Program. Chapter 2. Nonprofit organizations. Public Interest Registry controls the .ngo domain. PIR.org. Search for organizations with the .ngo name. OnGood.ngo/search. 211 networks you to non-profits in your area. 211.ca, Canada. 211info.org. 211.org. Some NGO websites. TheryGHTA.com designed these websites. bbscfoundation.org. postconflictdev.org. BLUECABOOSE4CF.org. 13HANDSEQUINE.org. artscore.org. afoodbank.org. colormeempowered.org. americanheritage.org. annieappleseedproject.org. Chapter 3. An Eco-Green Website Guide. Try number 332.024, number 333.7, number 361, number 363.70-74, number 613.5, number 613.6, number 615.9, number 640, number 690.837, HG179, RA577, RA770, and TD171 at the Library for books about indoor pollution, home safety and green living. Books about home health/environmental medicine are at number 613.5 at the library. 1800cleanup.org, Earth's 911. 1800cleanup.org, U.S. Environmental Hotline. 1sky.org. 1st-spot.net/topic_environment.html, first spot environment, organizations, pollution, recycling. 2020vision.org. 2people.org. 350.org. 350.org. Critical point is 350 carbon parts per billion air. 3degreesinc.com. 3rdwhale.com. 41pounds.org. AAEE.net, American Academy of Environmental Engineers. AAEM.com, Environmental Medicine. AboutMyPlanet.com. Absearch.com, AbSearch, Natural Resource and ASHA databases for professionals. Absearch.com, AbSearch, Natural Resource and ASHA databases for professionals. absoluteastronomy.com/topics/sustainable_living. access.gpo.gov, U.S. Government Printing Office. access.gpo.gov, U.S. Government Printing Office. access.gpo.gov/su_docs/gills/gills.html, Government Information Locator Service. access.gpo.gov/su_docs/gills/gills.html, Government Information Locator Service. ace.mmu.ac.uk, Atmosphere, Climate and Environment Information Programme. ace.mmu.ac.uk/EAE, a project of the Atmosphere, Climate and Environment Information Programme at the Manchester Metropolitan University. ace.mmu.ac.uk/EAE, Encyclopedia of the Atmospheric Environment. ace.mmu.ac.uk/resources/GCC, a comprehensive work for geology, geography, and environmental science students studying climate change. ace.mmu.ac.uk/resources/GCC, Global Climate Change Student Guide. ace-eco.org, Avian Conservation and Ecology. ace.org, a non-profit organization dedicated to advancing energy efficiency as a means of promoting both economic prosperity and environmental protection. ace.org, American Council for an Energy Efficient Economy. acfonline.org.au/about-us/work-us, Australian Conservation Foundation. Achieved through biological diversity and no single. acm.org/crossroads/xrds4-1/fish.html, simulation of sustainable fishing. acnatsci.org/erd/pcer/newmerp/newmerp1.html, Marsh Ecology Research Program. acnatsci.org/research/PCER, Patrick Center for Environmental Research, Academy of Natural Sciences. acsonline.org, American Cetacean Society. action.citizen.org. actionaideusa.org. actionnetwork.org. adelaidehs.sa.edu.au/subjects/SOSE/humanecology.htm, human ecology. advianstar.com, magazine environmental solutions. adventureecology.com. adventureecology.com/blog. aed.org/msieindex.html, Academy for Educational Development. aef.org.uk, Aviation Environment Federation. airg.canberra.edu.au/pub/airg, Applied Ecology Research Group. aquaticrealm.org, Aquatic Realm International Research and Preservation Society. afndpa.org, American Forest and Paper Association. afcd.gov.hk/english/abt_car/abt_car.html, Agriculture, Fisheries and Conservation Department. afdc.doe.gov, Alternative Fuels Data Center. afdc.doe.gov, this Office of Transportation Technologies site has information on the latest advances in alternative fuels, vehicles, refueling sites, and more. afe.ualberta.ca, Department of Renewable Resources, University of Alberta. afe.ualberta.ca, Department of Renewable Resources, University of Alberta. africa.cis.coza81/env/env.html. africa.cis.coza81/env/env.html, WorldNet Africa, Environment Hub. africam.com. africam.com, the world's first virtual game reserve. Webcams from Africa. africanconservation.org, conservation jobs and volunteer opportunities in Africa. ag.uiuc.edu/forestry/guide/index.html, Urban and Community Forestry Resource Materials Guide. ag.uiuc.edu/forestry/guide/index.html, Urban and Community Forestry Resource Materials Guide. ag.unr.edu/esa, the Ecological Society of America. AGN 521. ag.org, Climate Change. ARI-program.org, Center for Applied Isotope Research for Industry and Environment, ARI. airzeit.unc.edu, Atmospheric Chemistry on the Web. acbrealforest.org/index.html, Alaska Boreal Forest Council. aknhp.uaa.alaska.edu/ecology/ecology_home.htm, Alaska Natural Heritage Program, Ecology. acrain.org, Alaska Rainforest Campaign. alabamatrailsasso.org, Alabama Trails Association. alanaecology.com. alistairmcintosh.com, Connecting People, Environment and Spirituality. alcnet.org, American Land Conservancy. alexandracousteau.com. alexandracousteau.org. alive.com. allbusiness.com/environment-natural-resources. all-creatures.org/artphoto.html. allianceforamerica.org. alternativechannel.tv/communication-durable, channel on sustainable development, videos and news. alterneti.org/environment. altervista.org/conservationgenetics.html. altglobe.com. amazonia.org. amazonteam.org. amazonwatch.org, Amazon Watch. americanforests.org. americanforests.org, American Forests. americangreen.org, American Green Network. americanrivers.org, American Rivers. americantrails.org, American Trails. americasgreenestcampus.com grist.org. amf4.org, American Forests. amity.edu/IGWIS, IGWIS is an international institute devoted to enhance the understanding of global warming. amnh.org, American Museum of Natural History. amnh.org/National Center/Endangered, Exploring a World at Risk. amrivers.org. amrivers.org, American Rivers. ams.usda.gov/noplandexle.hdm, Organics. anbg.gov.au/garden/about/volunteers/index.html, Australian National Botanic Gardens. andreastewcents.blogspot.com. animaldiversity.ummz.umich.edu, Animal Diversity Web. animalliberationpressoffice.org. animaltrial.com, Animal Trial. answerc.org, Aquatic Ecology Resources and Information. answers.com/topic/environmental-movement. antarctica.gov.au/about-history/Australia's-involvement-in-Antarctic-territory, Department of Sustainability, Environment, Population, and Communities. antenna.nl/ewifa/cb, carbusters. anu.edu.au/forestry/mensuration/home.htm, Forest Measurement and Mensuration Guide. anu.edu.au/forestry/mensuration/home.htm, Forest Measurement and Mensuration Guide. apcatalog.com, Books, Database Search. ape2zebra.ca, Teach Children About Living Green. apec-vc.or.jp, Directory of Environmental Science/Technology Sites on the Internet. api.org/news_releases.htm, Latest API news release. apinet.com, Academic Press Catalogs. apinet.com/www/catalog/env.htm, Journals. app.mur.gov.sg/web/contents/ID=190, Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources. appalachiantrail.org. applesnail.net/content/ecology.php. aquapulse.net/explore, hybrid cars protect environment. aquascapeinc.com, Aquascape Foundation. Green Community Makeover Movement. aquat1.ifas.ufl.edu/manuals.html, an annotated list of aquatic plant manuals. aquat1.ifas.ufl.edu/welcome.html, Center for Aquatic and Invasive Plants. aquatic.uoguelph.ca, Canada's aquatic environments. aquaticinvasions.ru. arabianwildlife.com, Arabian Wildlife Online. arapaho.nsuok.edu/tilded/webpage/belize/belize-home.htm, Tropical Ecology and Coral Reef Ecology. arbordae.org. archbold-station, Archbold Biological Station, Ecological Research Facility. archives.math.utk.edu/mathbio/ecology.html. archives.qld.gov.au/about/pages/employment.aspx, Department of Primary Industries and Fisheries Job Openings. arcticcircle.uconn.edu, Arctic Circle. arcticcircle.uconn.edu, The Arctic Circle, a resource guide for the circumpolar North. arcticcircle.uconn.edu, The Arctic Circle, a resource guide for the circumpolar North. arcticcircle.uconn.edu/ANWR, The Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. arcticcircle.uconn.edu/ANWR, The Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, a special report. arcticwarming.net arealinks.net/books/ecology/t.hdm, books on ecology. arecology.org, Arecology. arcanimals.com. Arcanimals is an online magazine dedicated to the topics of rare and captive wildlife. arnica.csustan.edu/esrpp/esrpp.hdm, a cooperative research program on biodiversity conservation in Central California, administered by California State University, Stanislaus Foundation. arnica.csustan.edu/esrpp/esrpp.hdm, Endangered Species Recovery Program. as.miami.edu/geography/climatology, the Synoptic Climatology Group. ase.org, Alliance to Save Energy. ase.tufts.edu/gday, Tufts University, Global Development and Environment Institute. ases.org, the American Solar Energy Society. asianchemicalnews.com, Asian Chemical Industry News. asianfisheriessociety.org, Asian Fisheries Society. acil.org, American Society of International Law. askcharity.org.uk. askhenry.com/books/envirob.hdm, Dorothy's Economic Justice Bookstore, books on environment, ecology. asle.umn.edu, Association for the Study of Literature and Environment. aslo.org, Aquatic Science Resources. aslo.org/photopost, Aquatic Image Library. asmarterplanet.com. asu.edu/feature/wrigley.html, Arizona State University, Center for Environmental Studies. aswm.org, the Association of State Wetland Managers. ata.org.au, Alternative Technology Association. ateek.org, ATEEK, Advanced Environmental Education Center. ateek.org/learning, Environmental Technology Education Center. atlantic.fc.virginia.edu. atlas.ksc.nasa.gov/env.html, Kennedy Space Center Ecological Resources. adlss.org, Wetland Archaeology and Environments Research Center. atm.ch.cam.ac.uk, University of Cambridge Centre for Atmospheric Science. atm.ch.cam.ac.uk/ca, Centre for Atmospheric Science. atmos.uiuc.edu, the Department of Atmospheric Sciences, DAS. atsdr.cdc.gov, Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry. attra.org, National Sustainable Agriculture Information Service. attra.org/atttra-pub/perma.html, Permaculture, Concepts and Resources. attractions-jamaica.com, Association of Jamaica's Tourist Attractions. auburn.edu/echolgrp. auburn.edu/ecology. auc/knowledge_infrastructure/when-economy-with-ecology_e.html, when economy rhymes with ecology. audubon.org, National Audubon Society, Birds. audubon.org, National Audubon Society. audubon-ca.org, Audubon, California. audubоninstitute.org, Audubon Institute. audubonmagazine.org. audubonportland.org, the Audubon Society of Portland. usatoday.com/weather/hurricane/wher0.htm, hurricane information. australia.gov.au/topics/employment-and-workplace, natural resources and mines job openings. awa.org, American Whitewater Affiliation. aw.org, American Wind Energy Association. awesome.good.is/ecosystem, explore ways we can make all of the parts of our vastly complex world work well together. awf.org, African Wildlife Foundation. awf.org/section/about/jobs, African Wildlife Foundation job openings. awf.org/section/about/jobs, Resource Africa. awi-bremerhaven.de, Alfred Wegener Institute for Polar and Marine Research. aw.org/waterwisr/dripcalc.cfm, make sure water faucets are turned off. babyboomers.com. babyecotrends.com. backyardnature.net. bae.ncsU.edu/program/extension/WQG, water quality group. baghira.com/in-the-wild/vanishing.hdm, baghira, in the wild, vanishing. Balance of nature and our quality of life, now and for. baltimore.umbc.edu/lter, Baltimore Ecosystem Study. barbadosmarinetrust.com, Barbados Marine Trust. basilandspice.com/living-green. batcoan.org, Bat Conservation International. bates.edu/tildeganderzo/biology/bio270/ecology.html. bats.org.uk, Bat Conservation Trust. bau-biologieUSA.com, Certification Course in Environmental Testing. bbc.co.uk/sn, BBC Science and Nature. bbsr.edu, the Bermuda Biological Station for Research, Inc. bcca.org/ief/conf11.htm, EAF Conference, 11th Conference of the International Environment Forum. bcca.org/services/list/noble-creation/wsaa.html, the World Sustainable Agriculture Association. bcwetlands.com, British Columbia Wetlands Society. bdt.org.br, Tropical Database. bdt.org.br, Tropical Database. beaverdam.info, Beaver Dam Information Site. bestreesfrogselephants.blogspot.com, bestgreenblogs.com. besmart.org. bestfootforward.com. bestgreenblogs.com. bestgreenblogs.com. bestgreenblogs.com/ecological-problems. bestpractices.org, Best Practices Database. bestpractices.org/bpbriefs/environment.html. betterworld.com. betterworldclub.com. betterworldhandbook.com. bgelectriccars.com. bicyclinginfo.org. bigGreenSwitch.co.uk. bio.ils2.edu/armstrong/cr-trip/photoessay.htm. bio.mq.edu.au/kcbb, the Center for Biodiversity and Bioresources. bio.sdsu.edu/ecology/ecology.html. biodiesel.org. biodiv.org. biodiv.org, Convention on Biological Diversity Secretariat. biodiverselife.com/index.html, 200 plus biodiversity databases. biol.lu.se/ecomybi, microbial ecology. biol.lu.se/zooecology/consecoel/consecoel.htm, conservation ecology at the Department of Animal Ecology, Lund University. biol.wu.edu/anderson/index.html, reptile ecology. biology.duke.edu/jackson/ecophysical, physiological ecology. biology.ualberta.ca/bot431.hp/bot431hp.html, physiological plant ecology. biology.usgs.gov, Biological Resources Division, USGS. biology.usgs.gov/pub/ecosis.htm, Endangered Ecosystems of the United States. biome.bio.dfo.ca. biopark.org helps reptiles. biospherics.org. Biotex.com, Biotex. Birch.cit.cornell.edu, Boyce Thompson Institute homepage. Birds.cornell.edu, Cornell Laboratory of Ornithology. bishop.hawaii.org/bishop/hbs/endangered, Hawaii's endangered and threatened species. bizsurvey.com/ecn, Environmental Capital Network. blackrhinoceros.org/actions/environmentaljustice.html, Black Rhinoceros, Environmental Activism. blacksci.co.uk, Blackwell Science. blacksci.co.uk, Blackwell Science. blackwellpublishing.com/journals/jfb, Journal of Fish Biology. blackwellpublishing.com/mech, Molecular Ecology. blc.berkeley.edu/language_ecology.html, Language Ecology. blm.gov, Bureau of Land Management. blm.gov/nhp/index.htm, Bureau of Land Management. blog.epa.gov/blog. blogs.reuters.com/environment. bls.gov, Bureau of Labor Statistics. bluegg.com. blueridge2020.com. bluevinyl.com, information about PVC. bmsecology.com, body, mind, spirit. bnamericas.com, BNA launches the first environment news service for Latin America. bnhs.org, Bombay Natural History Society. bocataiguanas.com/ecology.htm, Bocata Iguanas Ecology, Beach Club, Spa, Community. bolsachikalandtrust.org, the Bolsachikaland Trust. bom.hik.se/plankton, marine plankton ecology. books.mondaygabe.com, books on rainforests, ecology, green design, and the environment. books.nap.edu/catalog/6374.html, Nature's Numbers, expanding the national economic accounts to include the environment. boomerbreakpoints.com. bornfree.org.uk, Born Free Foundation. boston.com/lifestyle/green. botanic-park.ky, Queen Elizabeth II Botanic Park. bp.com, British Petroleum, read their echo pages for a laugh. brainerd.org, the Brainerd Foundation. brandsparent.com. breathingplanet.net. brendasanders.com. brendasanders.com, sustainable living tips. brevard.edu/academics/ecology/index.asp. brigrg73.freeserve.co.uk/tomsplace/scientific/mst-revi.htm, biological markers of water pollution. bringearbag.com, stop using plastic bags when shopping. brookings.edu/topics/environment.aspx, Brookings Institution, Environment and Energy. brrc.unr.edu, Biological Resources Research Center, BRRC. bsdglobal.com. bsbonline.org, Biodiversity Support Program. bsr.org, Business for Social Responsibility. bu.edu/cecb/default.html, Boston University Center for Ecology and Conservation Biology. bu.edu/cs, Boston University Center for Energy and Environmental Studies. buffalofieldcampaign.org. buildingforhealth.com. builditgreeninfo.com, Build It Green Concepts, Build Green. Live Green. Do It Green. bullfrogfilms.com/subjects/environment.html, Bullfrog Films, Subject Areas, Environment DVDs and Videos. bushfire.nsw.gov.au/dsp_content.cfm?cat_id=1270, Rural Fire Service job openings. caa.org.au/travel/rtn/index.html, Responsible Tourism Network. cabi.org, CAB International. cagw.org, Citizens Against Government Waste. CATE.wri.org, Climate Analysis Indicators Tool, CATE. calacademy.org. calacademy.org/calwild. calcoastdivers.com/ecologypage.html, California Coastal Ecology Pages. calpa.ca.gov, California Environmental Protection Agency. campusecology.wsu.edu. canadianenvironmental.com/envirojobs, canadianenvironmentaljobs.com. canadian-forests.com/job.html, Forestry Careers and Employment in Canada Job Openings. canuski.com/enviro.htm, About Canuski and the Environment. capeaction.org.za/index.php $C=vacancies, Cape Action for People and the Environment Job Openings. capenature.org.za/about.htm $SM left bracket P1 right bracket left bracket category right bracket $577, Cape Nature Conservation Camp Job Openings. caragua.org, Central American Water Resource Management Network. carc.org, the Canadian Arctic Resources Committee. carboncounter.org. carbonfund.org, buy carbon offsets. carbonneutral.com. carbonneutral.com. carbonplanet.com. carbonrally.com. carbonsmart.com/resources/environment_resources. carbisters.org. care2.com. care2.com. lanl.gov/environment/bio/reports.html, Los Alamos National Laboratory. care2.com, Environmentally Oriented Search Engine, Forum, and Directory. care2.com/green living. care2.com/news. carfree.com, carfree.com. carfree.com, no more cars. caribbeanconservation.org/links.html, Caribbean Conservation Association Job Openings. carnivorousplants.org, the International Carnivorous Plant Society. carizoplane.com. carsharing.org. cas.psu.edu/docs/ca-department/forest/wetlands/cwchome.htm, Penn State Cooperative Wetlands Center. cas.psu.edu/docs/ca-department/forest/wetlands/research.htm, research at the Cooperative Wetlands Center. cawthron.org.nz, Cawthron Institute. caymanislands.ky, Cayman Islands Department of Tourism. ccap.org, Center for Clean Air Policy. cce.ufl.edu, Center for Construction and Environment. cciw.ca/eman-temp/intro.html, Ecological Monitoring and Assessment Network, Environment Canada. cclr.org, California Center for Land Recycling. ccof.org. cdc.gov, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. cdc.noaa.gov, Earth System Research Laboratory. cde.unib.ch, Sustainable Building Sources. cde.unib.ch/index.html, Center for Development and Environment. cdiac.esd.ornell.gov, Carbon Dioxide Information Analysis Center. cdiac.esd.ornell.gov, Vostok Ice Core Data. cdmbazaar.net. cdmwatch.org, The Possible Effects of Climate Change. cdpr.ca.gov/docs/department/West Nile, West Nile Virus Resources. cec.org, Commission for Environmental Cooperation. cec.org, Commission for Environmental Cooperation Job Openings. cec.org/home/index.cfm?v English, North American Commission for Environmental Cooperation. SECI.org, Center for Communications, Health, and the Environment. CEindia.org/CEE/opportunities.html, Center for Environmental Education Job Openings. CEH-NERC.ac.uk, the Center for Ecology and Hydrology. CEI.org, Competitive Enterprise Institute. cell.com/trends/ecology-evolution. cemml.coloradostate.edu, Center for Environmental Management of Military Lands, CEML. Colorado Forest Restoration.org, Colorado Forest Restoration Institute, CFRI. cnhp.coloradostate.edu, Colorado Natural Heritage Program, CNHP. csfs.coloradostate.edu, Colorado State Forest Service, CSFS. csulk.org, Environmental Learning Center, ILK. myafricanjobs.com/jobs/africa/agriculture-farming, agriculture jobs in Africa. census.gov. cep.unt.edu, Center for Environmental Philosophy. cep.unt.edu/isce.html, International Society for Environmental Ethics. cepef.org.cn/en/about/index.htm, China Environmental Protection Foundation. ceres.ca.gov/cra, California Resources Agency. ceres.ca.gov/education/ub.html, ceres, EE Resources. EE Activities, Information, and Literature organized by discipline. ceres.ca.gov/wetlands, California Wetlands Information System. surf.bc.ca/index.asp, Coastal Ecosystems Research Foundation, SURF. ces.fau.edu, Florida Center for Environmental Studies Ecosystems. cesme.org, Center for Environmental Study, Great Lakes Basin. cesb.stanford.edu, Environmental Science and Policy. cfe.cornell.edu/default.shtml, Center for the Environment, Cornell University. cfra.org, Center for Rural Affairs. cfs.nrcn.gc.ca/index/employment, Canadian Forest Service, CFS. cfsd.org.uk, Center for Sustainable Design. cgc.uaf.edu, Center for Global Change. cgd.ucar.edu/cas/acacia, a consortium for the application of climate impact assessments. cger.nice.go.jp/grid-e/index.html, UNEP/grid, Tsukuba, Japan Global Resource Information Database. cgiar.org, GIRE, Consultative Group on International Agricultural Research. cgrer.uiowa.edu, Center for Global and Regional Environmental Research, GRER. Changemakers.net. changingthepresent.org. changingworldtech.com, the thermodepolymerization process, converts industrial waste into fuels. charitynavigator.org. chbr.noaa.gov, Center for Coastal Environmental Health and Biomolecular Research. chebukto.ns.ca/science/swcs/zubianth/zubianth.html, zoabenthos of lakes. chacnet.org, Children's Health Environmental. chaj.org, Center for Health, Environment, and Justice. chelseagreen.com, Chelsea Green, the Politics and Practice of Sustainable Living. chelseagreen.com, Sustainable Living. chernobyllegacy.com. chesapeakebay.net, Premier Watershed Restoration Program. chesapeakebay.net/wetlds1.htm, information on wetlands in the Chesapeake Bay area. chicagoclimatex.com. chilica.com, Natural Ecolaboratory, Chilika Lake. See himalaya.org/2011/09/29/healthy-rivers-healthy-planet. Chipsbooks.com. Christianseology.org. christian-ecology.org.uk, Christian Ecology Link. Christiansandclimate.org. christendal.ca/category/ecology, Christindal. churchofdeepecology.org. churchofdeepecology.org, Church of Deep Ecology. cia.gov/publications/nie/report. seal.org, Center for International Environmental Law, SEAL. clp.org/about.php, Canadian Institute for Law and Policy job and internship openings. Season.org. Season.org, Center for International Earth Science Information Network, CSIN, Columbia University. Season.org, Center for International Earth Science Information Network, Columbia University. Clay.net, rapid information retrieval designed specifically for environmental consultants and remediation professionals. Season.org, Columbia University, Center for International Earth Science Information Network, CSIN. Season.org/datas/ets/unced/unced.html, The Earth Summit 1992, document collection. cefetter.cgiar.org/docs/ref/jobs/index.htm, Center for International Forestry Research job openings. cip-icu.ca, Canadian Institute of Planners. circleofallnations.com. circleoflifefoundation.org. cirays.colorado.edu, Cooperative Institute for Research in Environmental Sciences. cit.cornell.edu, Cornell University Northeast Regional Climate Center. CITES.org, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, CITES, Secretariat. CITES.org, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, Secretariat. CITES21.com/index.php?ID =636, Local Sustainability. Citizen.org. Cityfarmer.org. Cityrepair.org, grassroots organization that helps. CIWS.org, Children's International Wildlife Sanctuary. Clagetfarm.org. clavispanax.com.tr. Clay.net, Environmental Professionals. Clean.ns.ca. clean-air.org, American Hydrogen Association. Cleanaircampaign.com. cleanair-coolplanet.org. cleanairtrust.org/cleanairact.html, The Clean Air Act. cleanoceanaction.org. cleantechies.com. cleanup.com.au, Cleanup Australia. cleanupwashington.org. cleanwateraction.org. clearinghouse.net. clearinghouse.net/cgi-bin/chadmin/viewcat/environment ?KYWD +, The Argus Clearinghouse, Environment. clearinghouse.net/cgi-bin/chadmin/viewcat/environment ?KYWD +, The Argus Clearinghouse, Environment. CLICK4CARBON.com. Climate.org, Climate Institute. Climate.umn.edu, the Minnesota Climatology Working Group. Climate.unsw.edu.au. ClimateAction.net. ClimateArc.org, ClimateArc. ClimateCare.org. ClimateChallenge.org. ClimateChallenge.org/groups. ClimateChangeIssue.com, Climate Change Issue. ClimateChangeSolutions.com, Climate Change Solutions. Climaticoix.org. Climaticoix.org.uk. ClimateHotMap.org/impacts/Great Lakes.html. ClimateNetwork.org, Climate Action Network. Climatoforfuture.org. Climatesaversecomputing.blogspot.com. Climatesolutions.org, Climate Solutions. Climatetrust.com. Climatetrust.org, Climate Trust. clw.c0.au/index.html Xeroland and water seasonal NFT job openings. cnf.ca/careers.html Nature Canada job openings. cnie.org, Centre for the National Institute for the Environment. cnie.org, National Council for Science and the Environment. cnie.org, National Library for the Environment Online. cnie.org/NLE, National Library for the Environment. cnie.org/NLE, National Library for the Environment. cnie.org/NLE/CRS_main.html, US Congressional Research Service reports. cnn.com/tech/science/archive, CNN's Nature and Science News section. cnr.berkeley.edu/departments/esbm/env-hist, Environmental History and Bibliography. cnr.berkeley.edu/departments/esbm/env-hist, Environmental History and Bibliography. cnr.colorado-state.edu/fs/westfuri/progpage.html, Western Forest Fire Research Center, West Fire. cnr.ifas.ufl.edu, University of Florida Center for Natural Resources. cnr.usu.edu/Quinny, Utah State University, Natural Resources Research Library. cnt.org, Center for Neighborhood Technology. co2.org. co2science.org, CO2 Science Magazine. coa.edu, College of the Atlantic, Maine, 800-528-0025, 1 degree, Bachelor of Arts in Human Ecology, obviously ecology-oriented. coc.org, Center for Concern. cofc.edu/Grice, Marine Laboratories. colby.edu/biology/by257, Winter Ecology. colby.edu/environ, Colby Environmental Studies. colby.edu/personal/that-ie10/sustain.html, Sustainable Development/Economics Bibliography. colorado.edu/amstudies/lewis/ecology/home.htm, Global Ecology. colorado.edu/mrs, Mountain Research Station. coloradostate.edu/programs/life sciences/transgenic crops. columbia.edu/itc/circ/danoff-berg/web-pages/pce_home.html, Population and Community Ecology. comminute.com, Communication Initiative. commons.bcit.ca/greenroof/team.html, Center for Architectural Ecology. commpages.com/globe/environ.htm, Environmental Views from the Majority. commtechlab.msu.edu/sites/dlc-me, the Digital Learning Center for Microbial Ecology. communities.canada.com. communitypreservation.org. commuterconnections.org. conbio.net, Society for Conservation Biology. conbio.net/scb, Society for Conservation Biology. conbio.rice.edu/na, Native Americans and the Environment Bibliography. conbio.rice.edu/vl, Biodiversity, Ecology, and the Environment. conifers.org. consbio.org, Conservation Biology Institute Home. consciouschoice.com. consciousearth.blogspot.com. consciousmindjournal.com. conservancy.org.hk/index_e.html, the Conservancy Association. conservation.org. conservation.org. conservation.org, Conservation International, Global Ecosystem Conservation. Conservation.org.cy, Cyprus Conservation Foundation. English or Greek. Conservation.org/EcoScuela. ConservationEconomy.net, Conservation Economy. ConservationFund.org. conservationvolunteers.com.au/get-involved/employment, Conservation Volunteers Australia. ConstructionDIR.com, Construction Directory, Building and Construction Information. Context.org, Context Institute. Coolarth.org. CoopAmerica.org. CoopAmerica.org/programs Green Energy. Coral.org. Cordis.lu/growth/home.html, Cordis. cornenergysystems.com/environmental-articles, environmental article directory. cornenergysystems.com/environmental-articles/green-energy. cornenergysystems.com/environmental-articles/green-living, green living articles, environmental article directory. cotef.edu/ete/main.html, exploring the environment. cotef.edu/ete/modules/mscz/earthccflr/biomes.html, biomes tour. Cousteau.org, the Cousteau Society. Cozero.net. cpos.org/about/employment.php, Canadian Parks and Wilderness Society job openings. cpc.ncep.noaa.gov, Climate Prediction Center. cpcb.ugans.edu, Central Plains Center for Bioassessment. cr.usgs.gov/glis/hyper/guide/world_soil, Zobler World Soils Dataset. cr.usgs.gov/glis/hyper/guide/world_soil, Zobler World Soils Dataset. CreativeCitizen.com. Cressley.org, the Coastal Research and Education Society of Long Island. crle.org, Center for Respect of Life and Environment. Crowdfunder.com. cru.uea.ac.uk/crew, Climatic Research Unit. cs.org, Cultural Survival. csc.usgs.gov, Western Ecological Research Center. csdl.tamu.edu/flora, Texas A&M Bioinformatics Working Group. cscindia.org/work_with_CSE, Center for Science and Environment job openings. cscindia.org/work_with_CSE, Ministry of Environment and Forests. circe.org, Central Sierra Environmental Resource Center. csf.colorado.edu/ecol-econ. csir.co.za/RHP, South African River Health Program. cspinit.org, Center for Science in the Public Interest. csrc.sr.unh.edu, Complex Systems Research Center. csu.edu.au/firenet, Firenet, International Fire Information Network. csu.edu.au/firenet, Firenet, International Fire Information Network. csu.edu.au/firenet/biblio.html, Bibliography of Australian Fire Research. ctic.purdue.edu, Conservation Technology Information Center. ctngreen.com. coulter.colorado.edu 1030, Newitt Ridge Long-Term Ecological Research Program. cup.org, Cambridge University Press. cup.org, Cambridge University Press. cvoice.org. cwf-fcf.org/n, space for species. cws-scf.ec.gc.ca, Canadian Wildlife Service. cyberenaute.com/earthconcert2000, cibabia.org, Directory of Sustainable Development Resources on the web. daf.gov.au/about/jobs, Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry job openings. daf.gov.au/achies/export/organic-bio-dynamic. dancingrabbit.org, Dancing Rabbit Ecovillage. darksky.org, International Dark Sky Association. They. Light Pollution Authority. davidsuzuki.org. davidsuzuki.org, a science-based Canadian. davidsuzuki.org, Canadian TV personality. davidsuzuki.org, David Suzuki Foundation. davisdisplay.com, Green Your Exhibit. dcaudubon.org, DC. Audubon. dec.wa.gov.au/about-us/working-at-dis.html, Department of Conservation and Land Management job openings. Defenders.org, Defenders of Wildlife. defra.gov.uk, UK. Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, DEFRA. deh.gov.au/about/councils/anzcc/index.html, Australian and New Zealand Environment and Conservation Council, ANZSC. deh.gov.au/parks, Australia Parks and Reserves. deltawaterfowl.org/research/waterfowljobs.php, Delta Waterfowl Foundation seasonal and FT job openings. deltawetlands.com, a private venture formed to manage the development of the Delta Wetlands Project, a water storage and habitat enhancement project on 4 islands in the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta. deltawetlands.com, Delta Wetlands. Demeter.net. demirducomservizi.biz.tr, Demirdicom. democracyinaction.org. departments.washington.edu/urbhort, University of Washington, Center for Urban Horticulture. derekjensen.org. des.state.nh.us/wetlands, NH Wetlands Bureau. dias.nsw.gov.au/about/careers.htm, Department of Energy, Utilities and Sustainability job openings. dev.massey.ac.nz, Massey University, Institute of Development Studies. dfu.min.dk/ffi, Department. deoff.com. deoff.org. dietforsmallplanet.com. digital-ecosystem.org. disinfo.com. distant-help.com. divefree.net/bta.htm, Barbados Tourism Authority. divinedolphin.com, The Divine Dolphin. dmu.dk/library network, European Environment Library Network. dnr.state.wi.us/org/care/ce/eat, Environmental Education for Kids. dnrm.qld.gov.au/r-department/careers-with-us, Environment Protection Authority and Parks and Wildlife Service job openings. dod.nic.in, Ministry of Ocean Development. doe.gov.my/index.php $lang=, Department of Environment. doe.ky, Cayman Islands Department of Environment. dof.gov.np, Ministry of Forests and Soil Conservation. deutforearth.com. dolphins.org, Dolphin Research Center. donorschoose.org. dothegrienthing.com. downshiftingweek.com, Slow Down and Green Up. downtoearth.org.in, Science and Environment Magazine. dpi.nsw.gov.au/about-us/employment, Department of Minerals job openings. dpipwe.tas.gov.au/inter.nsf/theme nodes/ska-7ezvq6 open, Department of Tourism, Parks, Heritage and the Arts job openings. dpIW.tas.gov.au/inter.nsf/webpages/rjeh-7dcu2t ? Open, Department of Primary Industries, Water and Environment job openings. dragonzarch.asn.au, Dragon Search. dri.edu, Desert Research Institute, DRI. drt.ucl.ac.be/facul/departments/peers/home-uk.html, Seminar of Research in Environment and Urbanism, links to world environmental sites. dse.vic.gov.au/about-ds/careers-and-employment-at-dse, Department of Sustainability and Environment Seasonal and FT Job Openings. dte.gn.apc.org, Down to Earth, International Campaign for Ecological Justice in Indonesia. Dux.ca, private, non-profit charitable organization dedicated to the conservation of wetlands for the benefit of North America's animals and people. Dux.ca/who-we-r/careers, Dux Unlimited Canada Job Openings. Dux.org, Dux Unlimited. dwa.gov.za/vacancies, Department of Water Affairs and Forestry. dwe.c0.au, Australian Commonwealth Scientific and Research Organisation, XRO. ea.gov.au/water/wetlands, inland waters, wetlands. ea.gov.au/water/wetlands, works for the conservation, repair, and wise use of Australia's wetlands. earth.nasa.gov, destination, Earth. earth911.org. earth911.org/support/environmental-glossary, environmental glossary. earthaction.org. earthactivisttraining.org, permacultureactivist.net. earthblips.dailyradar.com/stories/when_giant_earthworms_ruled_the_world, when giant earthworms ruled the world, ecoartnotebook.com/tag/of-stupid, age of stupid and art and ecology notebook. earthchanges.tv.com. earthcharter.org, the Earth Charter Initiative. earthday.net. earthdaybags.org. earthfirst.org. earthfirstjournal.org. earthfood.org. earthforce.org, organization engages young people as active citizens. earthhopenetwork.net. earthhopenetwork.net, Earthhope Action Network. earthhoeuris.org. earthisland.org. earthisland.org, Earth Island Institute. earthjustice.org. earthlab.com. earthlyalternatives.com, eco-friendly, free magazine. earthpledge.org. earth-policy.org. earth-policy.org/index.php ? earthportal.org, earthportal. earthportal.org/forum, earthforum. earthresource.org. earthsurvey.bc.ca. earthsurvey.org. earthscan.co.uk. earthscan.co.uk, Earthscan Publications. earthscan.co.uk, Earthscan Publications. earthsite.org. earthsummmitwatch.org. earthsystems.org, Earth Systems. A non-profit organization. earthsystems.org/environment. earthsystems.org/environment.html, environment. earthsystems.org/environment.html, environment. earthsystems.org/environment.shtml. earthtimes.org. earthtimes.org/articles. earthtrends.wri.org. earthtrends.wri.org, Earth Trends. earthtrends.wri.org, Earth Trends, Environmental Information Portal. earthtrends.wri.org, Earth Trends, Environmental Information Portal. earthtributv.org. earthtrust.org. earthvision.net. earthvision.net, Earthvision. earthwatch.org. earthweave.com. easi.org, Environmental Alliance for Senior Involvement. eawildlife.org, East African Wildlife Society. ebrew.tv, Ecology and Religion. ec.gc.ca ec.gc.ca, Environmental Department Canada. ec.gc.ca/emplois-jobs/default.asp?lang=n, Canadian Wildlife Service job openings. ec.gc.ca/emplois-jobs/default.asp?lang=n, Environment Canada job openings. ec.gc.ca/water/en/nature/aqua/e_aqua.htm, Environment Canada, Aquatic Ecosystems. ecacombiservizi.com, ecbonline.com, eccia.org.np, Environmental Camps for Conservation Awareness. eci.com.ph, Environmental Counselors, Inc., environmental consulting and services firm based in the Philippines. ecn.ac.uk, ecn.purdue.edu, eco.ca/public/professionals/314, Environmental Careers Organization Canada Job and Internship Opportunities. eco.netvibes.com/widgets/tag/ecology, eco.org, Environmental Careers. eco4theworld.com, ecoact.org, Ecology Action. ecoaction.gc.ca, ecoartproject.org, ecobeetle.com, ecobob.co.nz/ecoshop/63/living-green, the New Zealand Handbook for an Eco-Friendly Toxin-Free Sustainable Life.aspx, ecobooknet.net, ecobrain.com, ecobuild.com, ecocenter.org/newsletter, ecochildsplay.com, ecocho.com.au, ecochoicescommunity.com, ecocycle.org, eco-dent.com, ecodriver.org, ecodriver.org/links.asp, ecoearth.info, ecoinquirer.com, the Eco-Enquirer, eco-farm.org, Ecological Farming Association, eco-find.com, ecofirms.org, ecoflip.typepad.com/greenblog, ecofootage.com, environmental, educational documentary videos, eco-friendlyshoping.com, ecofriendnews.com, environmental technologies, sustainable development, ecofuture.org, ecogeek.org, ecogeek.org, ecohearth.com, ecoholistic.com, ecology and holistic, eco-index.org, ecoiq.com, ecoiq.com, resource guide, online journal, ecoisb.com, ecojobs.com, ecojustice.ca, Sierra Legal Defense Fund job openings, eco-kids.com, ecolab.bas.bg, Central Laboratory of General Ecology, eco-labels.org, Guide to Environmental Labeling, ecoleague.org, ecolibris.net, ecolive.tv, ecolivingcenter.com, ecolivingcenter.com, ecolocalizer.com, ecologic.org, ecologicalcal-engineering.com, ecologicalcal-problems.blogspot.com, World Ecological Problems, ecologicalsolutions.net, eco-logicbooks.com, ecology.co.uk, ecology.com, ecology.com, the Ecology Global Network, ecology.com/index.html, the Ecology Global Network, ecology.com/radio/gogreen/index.php, ecology.meetup.com, Ecology Meetup Groups, ecology.meetup.com, Ecology Meetup Groups, Ecology Meetups. ecology.org, ecology.psu.edu, ecology.ucdavis.edu, ecologyandSociety.org, ecologycenter.org, Ecology Center, ecologyfellowship.org, Emerging Ecology Fellowship, ecologyfm.com, ecologyfm.com, Ecology FM, ecologyfund.com, ecologyfund.com/ecology/info_canada.html, ecologyfund.com, Canada info, ecologylab.cs.tamu.edu, ecologyoutfitters.com, ecolsoc.org.au, Ecological Society of Australia, ecol-son.unam.mx, Institute of Ecology, National University of Mexico, ecomagination.com, ecomail.org, ecomall.com, ecomall.com/activism/activism.htm, ecomedics.com, ecome.com, ecomoder.com, ecomonkey.co.uk, econit.apc.org, eco-outlaws.com, ecophilosophy.org, Ecophilosophy Center, ecophotoexplorers.com, ecoplan.org, eco-portal.com, eco-pros.com/canada.htm, ecopros links from Canada, ecopsych.com, ecopsychology, ecorazi.com, ecoresearch.net, ecosalon.com, eco-site.com, ecositeawards.com, ecospace.cc, ecospeakers.com, ecostreet.co.uk, ecostudies.org, ecostudies.org, Carey Institute of Ecosystem Studies, ecosuperior.org/links.html, ecosuperior environmental programs, ecosustainable.com.au, ecosustainable.com.au/links.htm, ecosustainable.com.au/links.htm, ecosustainable links, ecosis.drdr.virginia.edu/ecoweb, ecosystems.fws.gov, Ecosystem Approach, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, ecosystems.mbl.edu, the Ecosystems Center, ecotonline.org, ecotopia.org, ecotourism.org, ecotrendsetters.com, ecotrendsetters.com, ecotrendspotter.com, ecotrotters.com, ecotrust.org, EcotRust promotes change in the areas of commercial fishing, forestry, and farming in the West. ecotrustcan.org/about/jobs, EcotRust Canada job openings. ecouncil.ac.cr, Earth Council. ecouncil.ac.cr/rio/focus/report/english/footprint, ecological footprints of nations. eco-usa.net, ecovian.com, ecovillage.org, eco-web.com, ecowise.com, ecoworld.com, ecy.wa.gov, Washington State Department of Ecology, ecy.wa.gov/construction/planning.htm, construction, planning and designing, ecy.wa.gov/programs/hwtr, hazardous waste and toxics reduction program, ecy.wa.gov/programs/spills/spills.html, spills program home, WA State Department of Ecology, EDC, EDC, edf.org, edf.org, Environmental Defense Fund, edf.org, Environmental Defense, adis.ifas.ufl.edu/scripts/html gen.exe ? menu_uw: top, Wildlife Resources Handbook, edo.webmaster.am/gtranslate edtech.mcc.edu/amen/wetnet.hdm edutopia.org/go-green, go green database eea.eu.int eea.eu.int eea.europa.eu eecom.org eegs.org eelink.net eelink.net EE-Link is also EE News and EE Jobs. eelink.net/greencom resource library.html, environmental education and communication resources. eelink.net/greencom resource library.html, environmental education and communication resources. eelink.net/pages/ee-link +introduction, ee-link, helpful resources on the environment. eec.und.nodac.edu eesc.columbia.edu eetap.org ega.org, Environmental Grant Makers Association. egrit.org egyptfishportal.org/index.php/vacancy form, National Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries. epionline.org eia.doe.gov eia.doe.gov, Energy Information Administration. ejobs.com, ejobs.org ejobs.org/states/albcom.html, environmental consulting firms in Alberta job openings. ejobs.org/states/albgov.html, government jobs in Alberta. ejobs.org/states/brccom.html, environmental consulting firms in British Columbia job openings. ejobs.org/states/brcgov.html, government jobs in British Columbia. ejobs.org/states/mancom.html, environmental consulting firms in Manitoba job openings. ejobs.org/states/mangov.html, government jobs in Manitoba. ejobs.org/states/nflcom.html, environmental consulting firms in Newfoundland job openings. ejobs.org/states/nflgov.html, government jobs in Newfoundland. ejobs.org/states/ontcom.html, environmental consulting firms in Ontario job openings. ejobs.org/states/ontgov.html, government jobs in Ontario. ejobs.org/states/kcom.html, environmental consulting firms in Quebec job openings. ejobs.org/states/kgov.html, government jobs in Quebec. ejobs.org/states/sascom.html, environmental consulting firms in Saskatchewan job openings. ejobs.org/states/sasgov.html, government jobs in Saskatchewan. ekman.colorado.edu, Institute of Arctic and Alpine Research at U of Colorado, Boulder. el.erdc.uzaki.army.mil/wetlands. ela-iet.com. ilkai.org, Environment Liaison Center International. elib.cs.berkeley.edu, UC Berkeley Digital Library Project. lpnet.org. elsevier.nl. elsevier.nl, Elsevier Science. elsevier.nl/cgi-bin/inca/tree/drill.cgi $mode == basic $key $A275, ecology, conservation, and land use. emagazine.com. emagazine.com/earth talk. eman-rese.ca. emergeknowledge.com/ecoville.html. ems.psu.edu/related websites.html, Earth System Science Educational Resources. emtc.nbs.gov, Upper Midwest Environmental Sciences Center. mwomen.com. en.oboulo.com/ecology-environment-category.html, term papers, essays, and research papers in ecology. en.obou.com/the-environmental-operations-65392.html, the environmental impact of aquaculture operations, term. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/clean_air_act en.wikipedia.org/wiki/clean_air_act left _1990 right en.wikipedia.org/wiki/earth_immune_system en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ecological_crisis en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ecosystem en.wikipedia.org/wiki/environment en.wikipedia.org/wiki/environmental_disaster en.wikipedia.org/wiki/environmental_protection_agency_disambiguation en.wikipedia.org/wiki/green_movement en.wikipedia.org/wiki/green_movement bentley.com, Bentley recent green buildings design software en.wikipedia.org/wiki/green_party_of_Canada en.wikipedia.org/wiki/green_politics en.wikipedia.org/wiki/green_politics en.wikipedia.org/wiki/greenhouse_gas_by_the_United_States en.wikipedia.org/wiki/health_effect en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_environment_topics, environmental topics en.wikipedia.org/wiki/new_age_Gaia-NS en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Ramon_Marga LF_prize_in_ecology_and_environmental_sciences en.wikipedia.org/wiki/the_choices:_advice_guide_to_underscore effective_union_advice_concerned_scientists en.wikipedia.org/wiki/United_States_environmental_protection_agency enature.com endangeredspecies_international.org enseurope.com enecho.metai.go.jp/English energieicries.de energy.ca.gov energystar.gov eng.rpi.edu/department/union/pugwash/ecojobs.htm ngn.umich.edu/department/cee/research/hsrc/research.html, Great Lakes Mid-Atlantic Center for Hazardous Substance Research enn.com enn.com Environmental Education and Awareness enn.com Environmental News Network enough.org.uk ens.gu.edu.au ens-newswire.com ens-newswire.com Environment News Service ENS ens-newswire.com/content/ensreaders.html, Environment News Service ENS ento.vt.edu/tilde-charov/popicome/welcome.html, population ecology env.duke.edu/wetland env.go.jp/n, Japanese Ministry of the Environment env.go.jp/n, Ministry of the Environment env.gov.bc.ca env.gov.bc.ca/wld/grzz/ibb.html, International Bear Bibliography envia-sns.org Environmental Industry Association enveng.ufl.edu/wetlands envfor.nic.in envinfo.com/caalead.html, Welcome to the Clean Air Act Information Network Envirobiz.com, search for information on conferences, professional services, government agencies, and organizations, register for mailing lists. Envirocare.com. Enviroeducation.com, financial aid for students of the environment. Envirolink.org. Envirolink.org, Envirolink Network. Envirolink.org, Envirolink. The Envirolink Network is a non-profit organization which has been providing access to thousands of online environmental resources since 1991. Envirolink.org, EnviroWeb. Envirolink.org, EnviroWeb. Envirolink.org, non-profit Envirolink Network is a clearinghouse for environmental information. Envirolink.org, the online environmental community. Enviromind.com/wetlands/welcome.htm. enviro-net.com. environies.net. Environment. environment.alberta.ca/documents/green_procurement.pdf. environment.gen.tr. environment.gov.au/about/jobs/index.html, National Oceans Office. environment.gov.au/about/jobs/index.html, Pulu Keeling National Park. environment.gov.au/coasts/mpa/ashmore/index.html, Ashmore Reef National Reserve and Cartier Island Marine Reserve. environment.gov.au/index.html. environment.gov.au/library/library.html, Environment Australia, Library Services. environment.gov.au/library/library.html, Environment Australia, Library Services. environment.gov.au/library/pub/publications.html, Environment Australia, Online Publications. environment.gov.au/parks/Christmas, Christmas Island National Park. environment.gov.au/parks/Norfolk/index.html, Norfolk Island National Park. environment.gov.za/?q=content/careers/vacancies, Department of Environmental Affairs and Tourism. environment.harvard.edu. environment.harvard.edu includes a library of research materials for the study of the environment. environment.newscientist.com. environment.newscientist.com/channel/earth/climate-change. environment.nsw.gov.au/jobs, parks and wildlife service job openings. environment.nsw.gov.au/jobs/index.htm, Environment Protection Authority job openings. environment.sa.gov.au/work_with_us, Department for Environment and Heritage seasonal and FT jobs. environment.yale.edu. environment.yale.edu, facebook.com/yalefes, twitter.com/yalefes. environment12.tripod.com, animal/environmental activism. environment-agency.gov.uk. Environmental organization, working to protect the. environmentalbiotech.com, 800-314-6263, clean drain pipes. environmentalcareer.com. environmentalcareer.info, environmental career jobs, Environmental Career Center. environmentalcareer.info/jobseekers/search.asp. environmentalcareers.org. environmentalchemistry.com. environmentalchoice.com, Environmental Choice Program. environmentalcritique.blogspot.com, The Ecology and Environment Reviews. environmentaldefense.org. environmentaldefense.org/article.cfmran.org/info_center/factsheets/s01.html, things you can do to save the rainforest, Rainforest Action Network. environmentaldefense.org/home.cfm. environmentaldirectory.net, National Environment Directory. EnvironmentalDiseases.com. EnvironmentalEngineer.com. ENVIRONMENTAL-EXPERT.com. ENVIRONMENTAL-EXPERT.com, Environmental Expert. They. ENVIRONMENTAL-EXPERT.com, Environmental Expert. The Environmental Industry Online. ENVIRONMENTAL-EXPERT.com/directory.htm. EnvironmentalGraffiti.com. EnvironmentalGraffiti.com. ENVIRONMENTAL-JOBS.com. EnvironmentalLeader.com. EnvironmentGlobe.com. EnvironmentGlobe.com, Environment Globe. EnvironmentGo.com. EnvironmentPost.com. EnvironmentPost.com, Environment Globe. ENVIRONMENT-ZONE.com, Environment Information and Resources. Enviro1.com, an environmental information center and search engine serving the general public. Enviro1.com, Environmental Stewards. Enviropolitics.com, Enviropolitics. Enviroreporting.com. Envirozarch.com. Enviroznse.org. Envirosite.com, the environmental site. Envirosources.com. Envirospace.com, Envirospace. Envirospace is a vertical portal for the environmental industries. Envirosw.com. Envirotransacro.com. Envirotransacro.com, Guide to Environmental and Transportation Acronyms and Abbreviations. EnviroYellowPages.com, Directory of Environmental Businesses for the USA and Canada. Enviroviz.com. Enviroweb.org/TRRP, Temperate Rainforest Research Project. EnviroYellowPages.com. ENVPlan.com. ENVSC.org. EO.ucar.edu. EOEarth.org. EOEarth.org, Encyclopedia of Earth. EOEarth.org/article/deep_ecology. EPA.gov. EPA.gov, 202 564 4700, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, in conjunction with its state partners, provides public health protection from air, water, solid waste, and chemical pollution. EPA.gov, Environmental Protection Agency. EPA.gov, Environmental Protection Agency. EPA.gov, U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. EPA.gov/airmarkets/ACI-drain/index.html. EPA.gov/docs/GRD/forest_inventory, forest land distribution data for the United States. EPA.gov/docs/GRD/forest_inventory, forest land distribution data for the United States. EPA.gov/ebtpages/ARA-IR-quality.html, air quality. EPA.gov/ebtpages/ecosystems.html, ecosystems. EPA.gov/ebtpages/WATE aquatic ecosystems.html, aquatic ecosystems. EPA.gov/EDAR, environmental data registry, information about the definition, sources, and uses of environmental data. EPA.gov/education/grants, EE grants. EPA.gov/endocrine, endocrine disruptors research initiative. EPA.gov/enviro, EnviroFacts data warehouse. EPA.gov/enviro, EnviroFacts, one-stop source for environmental information. EPA.gov/enviro/html/m, EnviroMapper, environmental data and maps for anywhere in the U.S. EPA.gov/enviro/index_java.html. EPA.gov/enviro/index_java.html, EnviroFacts warehouse. epa.gov/enviro/index_java.html, Enviro Environmental information from USPA databases. epa.gov/epa-search.html, Advanced search. epa.gov/esbp/coloring/especies.htm, Endangered species. epa.gov/glnpo/ecopage. epa.gov/global warming. epa.gov/green power/locator/index.htm. epa.gov/history/topics/CAA70/11.htm, The Clean Air Act of 1970. epa.gov/iris/subst, Integrated Risk Information System, IRIS. epa.gov/kids/air.htm, Kids Air. epa.gov/nlesd1/land-sci/default.htm, Landscape Ecology homepage. epa.gov/owow/estuaries. epa.gov/owow/oceans/coral/links.html, Coral Reef Links, US EPA Office of Water. epa.gov/owow/wetlands. epa.gov/owow/wetlands/watersheds/seawetlands.html. epa.gov/region 5/dmpguide.htm, Illegal Dumping Prevention Guidebook. epa.gov/students/basics.htm. epa.gov/superfund/students/clas_act/index.htm, Environmental Protection Agency Superfund Lessons. epa.gov/tribal/msw/tribprog.htm, EPA Tribal Programs. epa.ie, Environmental Protection Agency Ireland. epa.nsw.gov.au, New South Wales Environment Protection Authority, Australia. epa.qld.gov.au, Environmental Protection Agency. epa.sa.gov.au/about_EPA/people_and_careers, Environment Protection Authority job openings. epa.state.il.us, Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. epa.state.oh.us, Ohio Environmental Protection Agency. epa.state.oh.us, Ohio EPA Home. epa.vic.gov.au/about-us/careers, Environment Protection Authority job openings. epa.wa.gov.au, Environmental Protection Authority. epaserver.season.org/glrace/glnpost/docs/bio/divrpt.html, The Conservation of Biological Diversity in the Great Lakes Ecosystem, Issues and Opportunities. epi.org, Economic Policy Institute Climate Action Project.org. eponline.com. epri.com. ericafielder-ecoartist.com. ariem.org, Environmental Research Institute of Michigan. aran.gov.au/database/db.html, Australian Environmental Resources Information Network databases. aran.gov.au/database/db.html, Australian Environmental Resources Information Network databases. aran.gov.au/life/general_info/biodiv_assess_intro.html, Bibliography of Biodiversity Assessment Methodologies. erosioncontrol.net. erraticimpact.com/ecologic, Philosophy Research Base, Ecological Philosophy. es.epa.gov/ncerqa/cier/cier.html, Center for Ecological Health Research, Cal Davis. es.inl.gov/index.html, EnviroSense. esa.org. esa.org, Ecological Society of America. esa.org/education. esa.org/soil ecology. esa.sdsc.edu/opportunity.htm, ecology. esc.com.cy, esd.ornell.gov, esd.ornell.gov, ORNL Environmental Sciences Division, ESD, esd.ornell.gov/programs/bioindicators, bioindicators of aquatic ecosystem stress, sah.org, esf.edu, SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry, esig.ucar.edu, esrf.org, Environmental Science and Research Foundation, esri.com/environment, esri.com/industries/k-12/k-12.html number sign k12 libmap, GIs for schools and libraries. Information on GIs technology. eswr.com. etcenter.org/oil_prop_cgi.exe, path =/website/river, crude oil and oil products. etext.lib.virginia.edu/osi/asle, literature and the environment, an annotated bibliography. ethicajunction.org. ethicalsinglay.com. ethicaltraveler.org. ethics.ubc.ca/papers/susdev.html, environmental ethics, sustainability, competition, and forestry. Ethiopia.usaid.gov/employment-opportunities, disaster risk management and food security sector. Eurocities.cfc, car-free cities. evergreen.ca/en/careers/index.sn, evergreen job openings. evesgarden.org, green architecture, ecology, and art. evo.com. ewg.org. ewg.org, Environment Working Group. ewg.org, Environmental Working Group. ewg.org, Environmental Working Group. ewg.org/about-us/job-openings, Environmental Working Group. ewire-news.com, ewire. ewt.org.za/career.html, Endangered Wildlife Trust job openings. Experience-life-ecology-life-environment.html, Experience-Life Whole Life Ecology Environment articles. Explorif.com. ext.grida.no/geinet, Yearbook of International Cooperation on Environment and Development. Extension.umn.edu/environment, Environment and Natural Resources. Facingthefuture.org. Faircompanies.com. Fairtrade.net. FAO.org. Farmland.org, American Farmland Trust. Farmlandinfo.org. FarmPreserve.com. fas.usda.gov/info/ag exporter. fcps.k12.va.us/stratfordlanding/ecology/home.htm. Feasta.org. fef.td.com, Saving the Environment, TD Bank. fef.td.com, TD Friends of the Environment. FEOW.org, Freshwater Ecoregions of the World. fes.uwaterloo.ca/alternatives. fes.uwaterloo.ca/research/wetlands. fguardians.org, Forest Guardians Environmental Activism. fi.edu/tfi/units/life/habitat/habitat.html, Living Things, Habitats and Ecosystems. 50flowers.com, Organic flowers. FightGlobalWarming.com. FindArticles.com, Green Chemistry, Chemical Ecology. FirstGiving.com. fish.washington.edu/research/wet. Fishecology.ch, Aquatic Ecology. Fisheries.org. Fishwildlife.org. fit.edu/acaders/dmes/laboratories/irmsrc.html, Vero Beach Marine Laboratory, VBML. Fivelimes.com. flaecohist.er.usgs.gov/database, South Florida Ecosystem History Database. flora.huh.harvard.edu/China, Flora of China. flora.huh.harvard.edu/China, Flora of China. The first modern English language account of approximately 30,000 vascular plant species. floridaconservation.org. fmri.usf.edu, Florida Marine Research Institute, FMRI. foe.co.uk. foe.co.uk, Friends of the Earth homepage, looking after the environment and advice on how you can help. foe.co.uk/campaigns/climate. foe.org. foe.org, Friends of the Earth. foe.org, Friends of Earth. foi.org. foi.org, Friends of the Earth International. for.nau.edu/elab/home.htm, Heartlab of Ecosystem Ecology. forestgreen.com. fordham.edu/Calder_Center, the Lewis Calder Center. forestethics.org/html/eng/home.shtml. forestethics.org/jobs, forest ethics job openings. forestnet.com, forestnet. forestnet.com, forestnet. forestry.co.za/website_home, forestry South Africa job openings. forestry.lib.umn.edu. forestry.lib.umn.edu/bib, bibliographies for conservation and biodiversity at the University of Minnesota. forestry.lib.umn.edu/bib/ssif.html, social sciences in forestry. forestry.lib.umn.edu/bib/trls.html, trail planning, construction, and maintenance. forestry.lib.umn.edu/bib/trps.html, tropical forest conservation and development. forestry.lib.umn.edu/bib/urban.html, urban forestry. forestryindex.net, forestryindex.net. forestryindex.net, forestryindex.net. forests.org. forests.org/articles/reader.asp. forests.org/gaia.html, Gaia Forest Conservation Archives. forests.org/gaia.html, Gaia Forest Conservation Archives. forestworld.com, Forest World. forestworld.com, Forest World. Internet resources for the wood and forest products industry. fossil-of-the-day.org. foundation.novartis.com. fowl.org. fraserinstitute.org. free-eco.org. freeflowtech.com, environmental services. freelance-folder.com/how-can-we-help-the-earth. freedheplanet.org. fresc.fsl.orst.edu, FRESC, Forest and Rangeland Ecosystem Science Center. fresh-energy.org. fresh-energy.org/about/focus/gw_solutions.htm. freshthemovie.com, food industry. freshwateraction.net, Freshwater Action Network, FAN, is a global network of people implementing and influencing water and sanitation policy and practice around the world. friendsofscience.org, Friends of Science. friendsofwildlife.net. fs.fed.us, USDA Forest Service. fs.fed.us/land/ecosystemanagement/ecorg1_home.html, Bailey's ecoregions. A description of the ecoregions of the United States. fs.fed.us/land/ecosystemanagement/ecorg1_home.html, description of the ecoregions of the United States. fs.fed.us/land/pub/ecoregions. fs.fed.us/land/pub/ecoregions, ecological subregions of the United States. fs.fed.us/people/gf/gf00.htm, a guide to grants, fellowships, and scholarships in international forestry and natural resources. fs.fed.us/pnw/pubs.htm, Pacific Northwest Research Station. fs.fed.us/pnw/pubs.htm, Pacific Northwest Research Station. fs.fed.us/pnw/WenLab, Wenatchee Forestry Sciences Lab. fs.fed.us/research/disturb.html, disturbance processes and ecosystem management. fs.libs.uga.edu, U.S. Forest Service InfoSouth Information Service. gis.umn.edu/fr/geninfo/facility/lib/lib.html, University of Minnesota, Natural Resources Libraries and Resources. cnr.usu.edu/Quinny, Utah State University, Natural Resources Research Library. fsa.usda.gov/pas/default.asp. fsc.org. fsc.org, Forest Stewardship Council. fsl.orst.edu/emds, Knowledge-based decision support for ecological assessment. fsl.orst.edu/lter. fundedresearch.cos.com/USDA/USDA-intro.html, U.S. Department of Agriculture Research Database. fundedresearch.cos.com/USDA/USDA-intro.html, U.S. Department of Agriculture Research Database. fundraisingip.com. Future Generations. futurebiotics.com. futureforests.com, Future Forests, helping you to help the environment, with ideas like dedicating a tree for a loved one. futurenet.org. futureofbusiness.info. fws.gov. fws.gov, Forest and Wildlife Service. fws.gov, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. fws.gov/NWI. fws.gov/R5CNEAFP/index.html, Central New England Anadromous Fish Program. ga.gov.au/jobs, Geoscience Australia job openings. gaia.com. gaia.org. gaia.m.com. gaia.m.com/realgoods. gaiamedia.org. galaxy.com/dir5704/environment.htm, environment sustainability. Honest-op connection to resources. games.bio.ucf.edu, geospatial analysis and modeling of ecological systems, games, laboratory. gap.uidaho.edu/gap, gap analysis project. gap/about/gap/literature/bibliography.htm, bibliography of biodiversity and socio-economic issues. gat.org, global trade. gbr.org, the Green Brick Road non-profit, non-government environmental resource center and bookstore. gbrmpa.gov.au/corp_site/about_us/employment, Great Barrier Reef Marine Park Authority, GBRMPA-job openings. gci.ch. gci.ch, Green Cross International. gci.org, Global Commons Institute. gcmd.gsfc.nasa.gov. gcmd.nasa.gov, NASA Global Change Master Directory, searchable database. gcrio.org. gcrio.org, US Global Change Research Program. gcrio.org/national assessment/index.htm. gcrmn.org, Global Coral Reef Monitoring Network. GCT.org, Galapagos Conservation Trust. The Galapagos Conservation Trust, GCT, works to ensure the conservation of the biological diversity of the Galapagos archipelago. GDRC.org, gdrc.org/UEM. GEFweb.org, Global Environment Facility. geic.hq.unu.edu/index.cfm, Global Environment Information Center. Generalceology.com. Genetics.org, Genetics Online. geo.arizona.edu/dgesl. geo.umass.edu/climate. geoafrica.co.za, Directory of African Earth Science Resources. geochange.er.usgs.gov/gch. geodata.grid.unep.ch. geographicrafia.com/Bahamas, Ministry of Tourism. geology.usgs.gov/quake.shtml, latest earthquake information. geothermal.org. gesource.ac.uk, provides access to thousands of educational, teaching and learning resources in geography and environmental science. getono.ca. ghcc.msfc.nasa.gov. gicinc.org/resources.htm, Green Infrastructure Center, Resources and Publications. gis.umn.edu/fr/geninfo/facility/lib/lib.html, University of Minnesota, Natural Resources Libraries and Resources. gis.nasa.gov/data, Global Temperature. givo.com. givingpal.com. glc.org/monitoring/wetlands. glerl.noaa.gov, NOAA Great Lakes Environmental Research Laboratory. glinda.cnrs.humboldt.edu/wmc/rip_bib/rip_index.html, Riparian Topics Bibliography. glo.state.tx.us/wetnet. globalchange.com. globalchange.mit.edu. globalcircle.net. globalcool.com. Global Cool is a campaign to slash carbon dioxide. globalexchange.org/campaign/fairtrade/coffee. globalfootprint.org. globalforestwatch.org. globalforestwatch.org/english/index.htm. globalgreen.org. globalgreens.org. globaljusticeecology.org. globalpublicmedia.com/pcoil. globalresponse.org. globalsecurity.org. globalstewards.org, Global Stewards Home Sustainable Living and Environmental Activism. globalwarm.com. globalwarm.com, globalwarm. globalwildlife.com. globescan.com. glrc.org, Great Lakes Radio Consortium. gmionline.org.